Lately, I've been trying to figure out what exactly it is that keeps me doing these things. Why is it that I do them when, if you look at what life is, it's this continual process of just running on a treadmill until everything ends. And by the time it ends, you won't care about what you did while you were alive, and none of it will mean anything by the time that it's over. And I think by realizing this, we become increasingly more upset because we realize that in that meaninglessness, that there really is no reason to do things. Maybe we come up with a few excuses like, I'm doing this to enjoy myself within the meaninglessness, but that's only mere hedonism. It's not a logical reason to keep going on something, it's only an emotional reason. And I've always discounted legacy as something that matters in the end because by the time you're dead, what outlives you is no longer going to matter. You're not going to be thinking about the fact that you did well while you're dead, so why exactly would you care about the results of the things that happen to you in life, things that happen to you after? But the more that I think about it, the more that I realize by the time I am on that deathbed, by the time that everything really is ending, it's not so much about dying with legacy, dying with something to live after you. It's about dying with the honor of knowing that something will live after you. That by dying with honor, you're letting yourself know that you have done great things in this world that will outlive you. That's what it's about. It's not about some abstract concept of legacy, because when you look at it in those lenses, you can only see the fact that the legacy is meaningless, that it means nothing because you are dead and you will not care about what outlives you. What does matter, however, is when you're dead, you feel good about the life that you lived. Um, Dr. Seuss famously said, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." And by the time I am on my deathbed, I don't want to be crying because the life that I led is over. I want to be smiling because the things that I created with my life are things to feel are honorable. And so the accomplishments I make, the places that I go to, I shouldn't be questioning why I'm doing them at all when life is a gaping void. I should be taking them in stride because by the time that I'm dead, I want to be looking at who I was and saying that they were a great man. So, why is it that I'm sitting here writing out these flashcards in order for me to put these memories in my head of another language? It's because by the time that I leave this earth, I want to be remembered as someone who did put in that effort, who did put in their 10,000 hours, and who made themselves into someone afterwards. Regardless of what's happened to me in the past, none of that should judge what should happen to me in the future. And regardless of what happens after we die, none of that should determine what happens to me right now. What matters is the progress that I continue making. What matters is the people seeing the progress that I continue making, being proud of that, surrounding myself with people who are proud of that, growing into someone that others can be proud of, growing into someone that by the time I'm gone from this earth, people will remember as someone they were proud to have served with. I I don't care about the legacy necessarily, because legacy implies that you want something to outlive you. Rather, what I care about is to die with the honor of knowing that my actions will have had an effect on these people's lives for a long time, which is something I can comprehend in the now. And emotionally, it is something that affects me in the now. And so, I will not die with some legacy in my heart. I will die with honor. And the actions that I take to build myself into someone who is better in the now is all to serve the idea of becoming someone honorable. That's how I'm fighting the meaninglessness. That's how I'm fighting this idea that by the time I'm gone, there isn't going to be anything afterwards, no thought, no consciousness. That I'm fighting to be someone that on that deathbed I'll still be enjoying myself. I'll still know that I did enjoy myself and that I was enjoyed by and helped countless other people.